Hey everyone! So I want to thank you for doing that jump and coming from Instagram to YouTube or on whatever other platform I'm putting this on. I haven't decided fully yet. I know YouTube for sure is the start. So I guess this is where I would say welcome to my channel. I don't know. I'm super awkward at these kind of things and I've put it off for so many years because I thought, who's gonna want to see my videos? Who's gonna want to know about me, or why am I even interesting? So I thought it'd be easier for me to start with asking you guys what you wanted to see or what you wanted me to talk about. And today's winner was an intro video, which I thought was really fitting because I was going to start with a Q&A, but I'm assuming that a lot of you know who I am, and I don't think a lot of people really do. We tend to act one way on social media, but real life isn't that great. And it's not that easy, so why not jump in on this? And if I look sweaty, it's really hot in here. I'm in my room. I will also ramble, so you're gonna realize that I ramble a lot. I'm already tired because it's hot in here. Okay. And I'm choking. I'm already about to die and it's like 2 minutes in. A lot of you probably started following me because of Nuestra Belleza Latina back in like 2011. Thank you, because that was such a funny thing that I did. It was so out of my comfort zone. It was great. It was a great experience. It actually led me into my major, so I was really happy that I did that. And a lot of people have no idea what I'm talking about. It was a reality show that I did for Univision back in 2011. I was a baby. I am full Mexican and my family is from Jalisco. So my parents are from Cocula, Jalisco. And then my grandma moved to Guadalajara, and we have family in both cities still. We have a house in Cocula. My mom grew up going to my uncle's house in Sinaloa a lot, and just recently my parents bought their first beach house, and that's in Mazatlan. Here, I'm from the Bay Area, so I'm from California, and I have lived in the Bay Area my entire life, born and raised. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So I have both of my parents. They're still married. They've been married for like 40 something years. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, so there's 4 of us total, and I'm the youngest of 4. So somehow the little sister became like the one who kind of just keeps it all not together. I don't want to give myself that much credit. Sorry, siblings, if you're watching this and completely disagreeing with me. But I'm always the one taking pictures. I'm always the one trying to get us all together because I want to grow up and I want to have all these memories saved, and I don't know, I'm kind of corny like that. So I still live at home because the Bay Area is ridiculously expensive. I live with my parents and my brother, who's the youngest of the 2 boys, his wife, and my nephew, who will be moving out by the end of May. Love my family and I'm super close with everyone, but I don't post them much, and I think some of you have noticed that. The reason for that is because back in MySpace days, way back when, I hate this, but a bunch of people started doing fake profiles of me. I remember having links on my MySpace page of fake profiles of me just so people knew and were aware. I don't know, thinking back, that was such a stupid thing to do. But I started realizing, thank you for everyone who points out these fake profiles of me, and I'm sorry if you were ever catfished by me. I've had people message me that, and I'm really, really sorry. That's such a shitty thing to do to someone. So they would start making profiles with me and with my pictures and all this information. And it would all be super false, but what bothered me the most, just a disclaimer, I don't care what you post about me, I don't care what you say about me, I don't care. I put myself on social media, I'm aware that things can happen, people are creepy, it's a very, very, very scary world, but when you start posting my nieces and my nephews and claiming that they're my kids on these fake profiles, I feel like that's where I draw the line. So I try not to post them very much out of respect for my siblings, and you know, it's their children, they're not my kids. I don't have kids. I try not to post my family as much anymore, and that's the reason. There's really nothing else behind it. It's kind of a price I had to pay because I didn't want my family's peace interrupted that way. I'm super close with a lot of people, and I recently let go of some people in my life. And I don't talk about that because I don't like to have a platform and speak for people when they don't have a chance to defend themselves on that same platform. And I won't speak on it much, but I've really changed throughout the years, and I've realized that I just don't want any kind of negative energy around me at all for whatever reason. So if you're not supporting me, if you're not being nice, whatever, I would rather not be a part of it. And that's hard. That's hard for me to do because I try to be super nice to people, but the older I get, I won't fight with you anymore. I'll just leave. And that goes for friendships, relationships, family, anything. I will leave. I guess that's not the healthiest way to go about it, but if you just disturb my peace, I mean, I'd just rather go. And I recently reconnected with some really old friends that I adore and love, and realized that our falling out was super childish. And so yeah, like, I'm really happy with my life right now in that aspect, and I feel really at peace, and I almost feel like my outgoing self is coming back. So as a kid, I was super outgoing. I was this like chatterbox. I mean, I still kind of talk a lot and I drift off. I was singing and dancing, and I was adorable. Like, I was this cute little happy kid. And little by little, I think as I started to grow older, my anxiety kind of took over, and I never told anyone. And I became really shy, and I fell into like a depression when I was 15. I was in an abusive relationship. I was suicidal, but nobody knew. You know, it's a taboo. You don't speak about it in a Latino household. What kind of problems does a 15-year-old have that I need to go cry to my parents? Like, you're supposed to be strong, and you're supposed to not ask questions and just hustle and be this and be that. And I was the strong one. I've always been the strong one. I was cutting myself, and the saddest part is I was cutting myself with those like dissecting kits from school. I don't know. I realize now that I don't think teachers really thought that through, because I probably wasn't the only one doing it with that, because what other sharp objects do we have at our age? But it got really scary one time when I sat there bawling my eyes out, and I was gonna do it, you know? And I never really told anyone until I got a lot older. And I feel like that just needs to be normalized a little bit more. Not that the act itself is normal, but speaking about it. Because there's so many of us that deal with these things, and you can't control it. You want to, and you want to seek the help. But it's almost impossible, and everyone who's dealing with it knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's so hard to take that first step and get out of that hole. I didn't seek therapy for any of that until like a year ago, barely, and I'm super happy that I finally did that. I love to read and kind of just be with myself and be in my peace and my little bubble, and my cat. My cat was a huge contribution to everything that I've been recently feeling, and I got her like 6 years ago, and I got her because I felt like a void. I couldn't explain it. I think there were just a lot of things in my life going wrong, relationship-wise, and I didn't realize that's what it was until him and I separated, and I realized that void I was feeling was just because I wasn't happy. And yeah, getting her was the best thing I ever did, and I love her, and I don't know what I'm gonna do if she's ever gone. She's literally like my child and my everything, and I adore her. So I want you guys to understand something about this video. It's all over the place. It doesn't make sense. There's no structure to it all. My mind is kind of everywhere. And so that's why it was really hard for me to do this. I am super awkward. It's the opposite of what I portray on social media. We get so caught up in thinking that social media is real life, and it's really not. I literally put on makeup to take pictures, and that's it. That's my day, because we're kind of closed off. Like, I do a bunch of other things, But I don't really put on makeup for any other reason but social media, just to post pictures and wear a cute outfit for like 20 minutes. And that's okay, because that's what I want to do. I've learned that I'm gonna keep doing whatever the hell it is that I want to do about my day and whatever makes me happy. I make a to-do list and I try to complete it. And in that to-do list, I literally write, get cute. Because it just helps me. Whatever the hell is gonna make you happy, it doesn't need to make sense to anyone else. Aside from getting cute, I like to read and write. I journal and I sit outside and listen to nature. And I love to go on hikes, but a lot of people don't go on hikes, so I haven't done that lately. I hope I don't bore you with this first video and you just don't even want to subscribe. But I'm going to be reading every single comment. I'm going to be liking every single comment. So please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment and all that other cheesy crap that I don't want to say. I went to school to be a reporter and I'm not working in that field right now, and it sucks and I miss it. So hopefully I'm going to get into that soon and start applying. My parents are super normal and I adore them. My dad is a construction worker turned supervisor and I'm super proud of him. My mom is a very successful business owner. We have a hair salon and spa and it's named after me. And I've helped run it for years. It's part of the reason why I was kind of held back on my own life, was because I was so busy helping them. Like, my dad's had a side business and I've always helped him with it. I help him with his emails, his text messages, so it's a job away from a job. And with my mom, I know how to do hair. I do makeup there every once in a blue moon. I stopped recently, but I'm always down to go back. I miss it. I was working since I was like 8. So having 2-3 jobs was always normal to me. I paid my way through school with little help from my parents. I'm not saying that they don't give me anything. Like, I don't want to seem ungrateful. They've been very, very, like, I'm super grateful for them and they've been so helpful. But I've purposely tried to do things on my own. And so I kept 2 or 3 jobs, and so I was a journalism major in broadcast journalism, and ironically I love being in front of the camera when I have a script and I know what to say and I research and this and that, but I hate talking about myself. So I went to school for it and I did really well. It came very naturally to me and I got a lot of compliments about it, and I even did one interview, sports related, where the person thought I was already a professional and had no idea that I was going to school. And that was my biggest compliment, because I felt like I finally belonged somewhere in my life. And then to go out of college, completely stop all my jobs because I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna apply. So I went from like 3 jobs to nothing, and I fell into a terrible depression where I ended up at a job that I didn't even want, I didn't even like, but I did it just because I needed to get out and I needed to just get a paycheck, basically. And recently I was laid off because of what's happening. I feel like that's a blessing in disguise. So I'm gonna try to take advantage of that. And the very first thing I did by taking advantage of that was try to up my content. So I've been getting ready, taking pictures. Then this, I started the YouTube channel, and I think I'm gonna be okay with this. It took me years to do and to be okay with, and to feel like people would actually watch this. So let's hope. Let's hope it does well. I appreciate all of you guys for watching, for listening to me. I haven't retouched my room since I was like 19. So, and I hate pink, so if you can see the pink wall, I hate pink. The like Audrey Hepburn posters and Marilyn Monroe, again, that was something I was into when I was 19. I also did acting when I was younger, so I'm all over the place. And I've lost touch with all of that. And I think a lot of it has to do with my anxiety, my depression, my sense of closing off. But I'm gonna slowly start to come out of my shell. Because if you do anything, Try to do it with your heart first, and the rest of your body will follow. So let's be vulnerable together, and let's jump out of our comfort zones and do that thing that you've been wanting to do but you've had excuses about. Right now is a time we're all locked in our homes with nothing to do, but if you can't be your most productive self right now because this is getting to you, that's okay too. I genuinely do appreciate all of this though. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.